Yeah, boy.
So if you go on social media today, and from the past 2 days, if you have been very active on social media, there are two things you are going to see. You understand? Malik Basintali and Shatawale's vibe all over social media. What am I trying to tell you guys? On today's episode of Things That Happen, something exciting is about to happen. In fact, it has already happened, and we are looking forward to, a brighter future for those who are going to subscribe to us. And of course, when you go on the socials, a lot of people are actually advocating for supporting our own. So on today's episode of Things That Happen, we are talking about two people, one private entity and then the government. I mean YEA and then Shatawale. So guys, just like we usually tell you, if it is your first time coming across our videos, just make sure that you subscribe, you hit the post notification, you like and then you share to a brother or a sister, you understand? And of course, the comment section is where we keep the vibe going. On today's episode of Things That Happen, it all started from a simple tweet from Shatawale. Malik Basintali replied, and now it's about to go down for a lot of Ghanaian youths who are actually unemployed and are looking forward to, having something to do to also get, their daily bread and feed their family as well. So, some days ago, Shatawale tweeted, and I'm going to read to you guys. This is what he said. I like how everyone is supporting Shaxi all of a sudden and calling on the government of Ghana to support or invest. Thank you all for believing in the African dream. This was a simple post from Shatawale. And before then, I think a lot of people had started, talking about his business and all that. And for your information, Shaxi is 4 years now since it was, brought into existence. And so after this tweet, then the CEO of Youth and Employment Agency, the Basintali boy, just like His Excellency referred to him, came and then he quoted the tweet. This is what he said. Dear Shatawale, as CEO of YEA, my mind day, let's partner to make Shaxi Ghanaian owned bake. Hear from you soon. So this was just a simple, quoted, response to Shatawale's tweet. And we woke up today, and the partnership conversation has really extended into being official. So official in the sense that today, the team, Shatawale and the Shaxi team, met the CEO of YEA at the YEA, headquarters, and a lot of conversation had actually went on or has gone on into this whole partnership thing. Now, apparently, you are going to watch some videos and some pictures are also going to pop up on your screen. But let me just give you the briefing. Apparently, prior to this quote by Malik Basintali, he had already had a conversation with a private entity who intends to bring into the country 150 electronic cars. So it means that at the time he quoted this particular tweet by Shatawale, he knew that there is this kind of opportunity which could be invested into this Shaxi business. And Shatawale is one person that if you are talking about business and his craft, he doesn't joke with it. He will let you understand he's in for the money. You understand? A business-minded entity like Shatawale, everywhere there is that opportunity, he is not going to let it slide. And so during their meeting, Malik Basintali quoted that he has had a meeting with a private entity who is already going to bring into the country 150 electronic cars. And as part of that initiative of government partnering with Shaxi, he has already instructed his team that this 150 electronic vehicles or trucks or cars shall be registered under Shaxi. So that means that if you are a driver or you intend to venture into this, online driving like boats and this Shaxi whole thing, you have that potential. Like you have your license and everything. The 150 cars, Charlie, so apart from that, they also had a conversation on the fact that as part of the partnership, the YEA and government will be willing to enroll 2,000 drivers. So the first 2,000 drivers who are going to subscribe to Shaxi, you understand, apart from the 150 vehicles that they are going to ensure that it is being enrolled on the Shaxi partnership kind of thing. The first 2,000 drivers who will subscribe to Shaxi would have 500 Ghana cedis monthly fuel coupon for free. And you see, just like Shatawale always goes out for the youth, Malik Basintali, since he resumed office as the CEO, he has been putting across certain things to let you know that he's in for the youth in every capacity to ensure that those who are going to, have the opportunity would also have that employment, or would also have that, kind of income to also take home. Because if you look at this, what it means is that he had already promised and working towards an implementation of, youth getting employment through the YEA and all that. And you see, these 2,000 people, like Charlie, me, if I get car right now, like I will go register. Who know they like free fuel? You understand? Ejo fuel, like Charlie, kakra. Even if the car no be your own, you go sort car owner, the rest there your pocket inside. But far from that, we are looking at the youth, also getting employment, and then, also making some kind of investment into their craft. So as part of their conversation, Malik Basintali advocated that he as the CEO of YEA is going to be he's going to do his ambassadorial and advocacy for Shaxi for free. However, he would want Shatawale to also do something for him. Let's look at this video and what he said.
YEA every month for the first 2,000 car owners who would bring their cars to be registered on Shaxi. First 2,000 every month would support the driver with 500 cedi worth of fuel coupon every month. That is an additional incentive to anybody who registers with Shaxi. So to the young car owners out there, if you have a car, the portal, after this partnership, the portal will be opened. Come through, register with Shaxi, and then every month the driver will be given 500 cedi worth of fuel coupon free of charge. And then the third is for me as Malik Basintali, and the platoon commander of the 5K men, to make myself a brand ambassador. Wow. Would hype it, would get people to understand the credentials. And you see, there's an aspect Shatta was telling me about, or which I don't know. I mean, other services, and this is not to run down any transport agency, but the other services that would usually even take a huge commission from you. At Shaxi is free of charge for the Ghanaian people. You just have to subscribe with something small, and once you do that, you work at a duration, and then you don't pay anything. And so I don't see why one will take advantage of the good incentives, and two, particularly so because it is made in Ghana and owned by a Ghanaian, not just any Ghanaian, but a powerful leader, one don, and all of that. But I also will have one request. One, I'm making myself a brand ambassador free of charge. I'm not charging any money. I don't need anything. All I need is 110. There are many people who come here every day, young, upcoming musicians who want to find a space in the music industry. As part of my 5K men and 3K women, many of them are also upcoming musicians, and they want to be like one don. I know it is usually very expensive for people to even get access to you, or even get you to function at their programs, or even mentor them and all of that. You know, sometimes we've got to charge more than 1 million, 2 million and all of that. These my people do not have the money. However, they want to be like you. I'm pleading on behalf of them. Let me get about 200 to 300 of them in one class, and I get you to take them through a mentorship section for just 1 week. Once you do that, I get them upcoming musicians into one class. I put them in a class, I get the venue, I'll give them TNT, everything. All I need from you come there for just 1 week and take them through processes of becoming Shatawale in about 1 to 2 years. That's the only favor I need from you. Once you do that for me, I'm good to go. Make yourself a runway for them. Let me tap into your rich experience, because it is something we don't have here at YEA. We can do anything, but we don't have that rich experience, from bandana to Shatawale, alias One Don, Papa, and all of that. That's rich experience we cannot create. And so once you have that, it is ours to tap into it. And so we are pleading on you to make yourself that runway for them. I mean, you should meet them. Many of them only need that polish. Once you're able to listen to them and then you polish their talents for them, in about 2 to 3 months, and they'll be able to stand on their feet. And music is job. I've listened to you a couple of times say, if you sing and you're not cashing out from your music, then you should stop it, because you're wasting your time.
So that was a simple, it's not quite simple, but when you look at the win-win situation, it is more like Shatawale is for the youth, and anything that is going to help the youth and then the street boys, he's going to do it. So Malik Basintali simply asked him that if it is going to be possible, he would just plead with him that at least for the youth who are under the YEA, who also have that passion for music, he Shatawale should at least grant them 1 week full mentorship session, which Malik Basintali and the YEA are going to take charge of their transportation, their some petty things that they are going to need for this 1 week mentorship program. And you could see the exchange of smiles and pleasantries and gestures, that it is something that excites Shatawale to do, because the Shatawale we know, he is a generous person. He likes to give back to his people. He likes to give back to those who genuinely need it. And so when you hear his response, he was more like enthused to do this, not for him as a businessman alone, but at least for the fact that it is going to help the youth. And this is what we love to see on the streets. Some people will not do this, but some people will also sit back and then draw agenda. You understand? But this time around, we are here to promote and advocate for the positive things. We are not going to do any agenda whatsoever. A lot of people were trying to bring in the fact that, Charlie, by now some people are elsewhere watching, and then that kind of beef thing. But no, today we are not doing this. We are doing it for the streets, we are doing it for the youth, and then we are doing it for Ghana as a whole. So as part of the conversation, or let me just conclude everything, all you want to know is that this is meant to help the Ghanaian youth. But let me take you through some comments on social media. You see, when this thing started, Shaxi has been trending like low key, and people are just quiet about it. But a few people, you understand, a few people have actually shared, their excitement about this whole partnership. And one of them who has actually made highlights is Chris Waddle. And I would want to read his comment on this to you guys. So you see, a lot of people actually mean good for the Ghanaian youth, but I am serious. Actually, me actually, my driver's license, the one the driving agency, and I'm do on the driver and run. Make sure the OBJ, the edumanasha. So this is what Chris Waddle said. This new Ministry of Youth Employment move with Shaxi is a beautiful idea to me. At least Shaxi is Ghanaian owned and the rest are all foreign owned. The dollar stays here, the indigenous benefits, the economy becomes stronger. And after this particular tweet by Chris Waddle, you could see a lot of people, especially on X or Twitter, saying that Charlie, they are going to uninstall the Bolt, the Yango, the Uber apps, and then going for Shaxi, because it is about time we made it in Ghana and we made Ghana proud. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have been hearing or you have been seeing a lot of trends of Shatawale, Malik Basintali, Shaxi here and there, and you don't know what actually transpired, this is the whole conversation. And just make sure that if it is your first time, we keep reminding you, hit the subscribe button, keep the vibe going in the comment section, share and like. Yeah, boy.